Hi everybody, tonight we are looking at Hmbl Pay. We haven't looked at this one for a very long time and we have a lot to talk about. Well, if we look at today, obviously the share price is down by about 2% according to Yahoo Finance. Over the past 5 days it has been falling ever so slightly as well. We saw a big climb up on Wednesday, but obviously today on Thursday it did drop a bit further, so things did not last. Over the past month, we have seen the price of this stock obviously fall continuously, and that has actually not even ended yet. So we are still to break highs on the month, as you can see, and we have been falling for the longest time. Over the past 6 months, so the story is a bit more cheerful. If you'd bought TSMP as it was then, at the price of about 0.0008, you'd have made an awful lot of money in the process, as it has gone up hugely, since the last 6 months. So of course, a lot of gains have been made in that time period. This has definitely been one of the best stocks of 2020 into 2021, but now we are starting to see this one level out in the $2.80 range or somewhere around there. The question is, can it go any higher, or is it finished right now? Well, obviously nobody knows for sure, and I am not a financial advisor, and this is only my opinion. But if you do want to hear my opinions, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, because we do give my opinions on multiple stocks every single day. Some we talk about a lot, some we talk about not so much. And the reason why we talk about some more than others is because people do seem to enjoy the videos more. If you enjoy this video, the easiest way to let me know is by leaving a like, so please just do that. Now on top of that, we do have a free Discord server. Link to that is down in the description and anybody can sign up. But yes, let's start off by looking quickly at the fundamentals of this company as we have before, starting off with the most recent news. Well, this news is coming from the 14th of April, so yesterday I do believe. We can see this title does read, Hmbl Pay, or at least Hmbl, announces 50 million equity financing agreement and bridge note. Great stuff, that's fantastic stuff. If we do have a quick read down here, we get a bit of an understanding of what is going on. So we can quickly see that obviously in exchange for $3 million in cash, Hmbl issued Brighton Capital $3.3 million in convertible promissory note. So again, this is quite interesting. The note bears an interest of 10% per annum and is convertible at Brighton Capital's election at a fixed price of $3.15 per share. So this is really some interesting stuff going on. Again, if we do start to read this one from the beginning, we can see up here. We can see here Hmbl Inc. on the OTC markets as Hmbl announced today, and of course this is yesterday, that it has closed $3 million of a bridge note from Brighton Capital Partners LLC, also known as Brighton Capital. In addition, Hmbl and Brighton Capital have executed an equity financing agreement in which Brighton Capital has agreed to purchase up to $50 million of Hmbl common stock. The right to cause Brighton Capital to purchase these shares is solely at Hmbl's election. So very interesting stuff that we can see here. Reading down a bit further, we can see, pursuant to the equity financing agreement, Brighton Capital agreed to purchase up $50 million of Hmbl common stock. If Hmbl elects to cause Brighton Capital to purchase shares, the shares will be purchased at a 20% discount. So there we go. There's something obviously for Brighton Capital. It is like an incentive for them. Anyway, Hmbl will have the right to cause Brighton Capital to purchase shares under the agreement following the effectiveness of an S1 registration statement. So very interesting stuff there, and this is good news in my opinion. Very good stuff there in my opinion. We can see obviously $50 million of equity financing and a bridge note. That is a lot of information, and it is good information. This was apparently coming out only yesterday, and I do believe it is good. I think going forwards, this is the kind of thing that we do need for Hmbl to obviously help them to expand. This is $50 million of equity financing, as you can see on the screen, and it is just another step in the right direction for the company. Now, if we do have a quick look on the company's website, you can see a lot of their most recent press releases, and they do constantly update these. And if you were wondering what Hmbl does do as a company, we can see here, Hmbl is a new digital money network. It provides faster, cheaper payment methods and financial products for customers and merchants. We've looked at this before. They're already in multiple different countries, and they really do have kind of a very interesting way of doing business. We can see a few interesting things about the company down here. This piece of information is coming from the 16th of March, and we can see, so Hmbl Pay announces Aurea, is that, or Aria, or whatever that's supposed to be, a group ventures, investment, and partnership for exclusive Chile country rights. So again, a good partnership there, as we can see. Back in February, they updated their roadmap periodically. If we move down a bit further back into 2020, we still see a bit more good news. We obviously have this here about launching Block ETX products in over 100 countries, which is a great thing to do, of course. And there is just more and more good information. So generally speaking, they do update their website speaking about their latest pieces of news and whatnot. And I do think it is good that they do this. What they are doing in this industry, as I have said before, I do find it unique, I find it interesting, and ultimately I think it is good. People talk about the competitors to Hmbl Pay, and yes, it's very true, there are a lot of competitors to Hmbl Pay. Some of them have their own advantages, obviously, some of them are not necessarily as advanced as Hmbl Pay, but at the end of the day, Hmbl Pay is something interesting, it is something new, and it definitely does provide advantages over some other payment services. People are saying that, there's no space in the market for this. I personally do believe that there is some space in the market for a product like Hmbl. I think they are unique enough to stand out, and they do really have things which will help them to do that. They're established in so many countries already, it just gives them a big head start in my opinion, and if they do continue to expand at this rate, I think they'll be in a fantastic standing going forwards. Again, if we look at how the price has been moving, we'll be able to see that Hmbl Pay so far in the past 5 days has been down, and you know what, that has been the case for a lot of the market in the past 5 days, and even in the past month, the market has been quite volatile. It's been quite hard to predict what has been going on. Ultimately though, I think Hmbl Pay will hopefully be coming to a bottom now. Again, if we can see on the more technical charts looking at Hmbl Pay, the price of Hmbl Pay has been moving in a very unique way in the past few weeks. Basically, we hit lows down here which were just below this $2.80 range. So again, we were pretty near where we are right now, and we haven't really gone much lower than that. I mean, yes, we do have some wicks on the bottom both here and even here, which we're going a little bit lower than that consistently. But obviously, for the most part, a lot of the candlesticks were above that, and that did seem to be a little bit of a support, which is good when looking at the stock. Ultimately though, when I'm looking at this stock, I think it is more of a fundamental look than a technical look. Where we are right now, the price is decent enough in my opinion. I definitely do think that we are going to level out somewhere in the high $2 range. I definitely would think that would be the case, and I would love for that to be the case. If that is the case, I would consider Hmbl Pay to be a decent buy right now, and again, if you are looking to buy this one, I personally would be looking to hold it for a few years. I think that Hmbl Pay does have a lot of potential under its belt, but I do think this one may be more of a stable growth stock than a stock which is going to continue to rocket for years. So yes, the growth on Hmbl Pay has slowed down recently on the share price, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think this one is bound to come back up a little bit in the future, and I think it will be a matter of time before we are breaking past new highs. So I'm not too concerned about the fact this one has been quite flat. It is actually a good thing in my opinion, because at least we haven't dropped any lower, and again, I do think that we have found a bit of a support in this level, and if we can remain this high, I'd be more than happy to consider Hmbl a decent buy. But I wouldn't expect it to rocket by 2, 3, 4, 500% in the next year. I personally would expect it to be a bit more slow growth and a bit more decent growth at that. So that's just my opinions on Hmbl Pay, guys. Please tell me yours down below. I thought I'd just make a very quick video talk about this stock. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you all again very soon. Goodbye.